Alright. Everything should be good. Except the music. The music is still extremely quiet. I need to fix that at some point. Let's see what you guys got. Tucky, hello. You were the first one here. You beat Sentry, so that's something. No matter what anyone says, I'm truly first. Oh, I don't know about that, Sentry. Louis, I don't know how you pronounce your name, but I'll pronounce it that way. You'll be back, Sentry, okay? Which changes are coming to Mech Arena? Changes to my channel, actually. Octane, hello. Hamscum, welcome. Please customs. Maybe. I might include it. Overviewing the changes to the grade system. No. I mean, if anybody asks about it, obviously I have some insider information, but I don't really have details. Acop, hello. Yeah, no, it's not really look at the progress path rework. I don't know what that's going to look like. By everything that they've said, it sounds like it's going to be fairly similar to the progress path that we have, honestly. In terms of the way it operates. Whoa. I was completely wrong. What are the big changes? Any hanger review possible? Oh, you should have stopped by Gangster Jab's stream. That is part of the changes, actually. I don't know which of you were there. Sentry, hello. Aether, how's it going? I'm doing alright, how about you? Anyway, as you can see, my hanger is very nice. I am going to attempt to play a match while I talk about the thing that I kind of wanted to talk about. So, Gangster Jabs had a stream earlier today. I wanted to stream earlier today, but I was actually up really late last night. I was streaming on Twitch. Or no, I wasn't streaming on Twitch. I was streaming on Twitch the day before that. Last night, I was with another person who was streaming on Twitch, but they were, we were all in a Discord call still, and, it was fun. Who is this guy? Grizzleaf. I don't know. Doesn't sound too scary. But yeah, I ended up waking up a little bit late and forgot that I kind of wanted to stream today. And then, I saw Gangsta Jabs stream, and I was just kind of lurking there for a while. Gangsta Jabs did some hanger reviews and some customs, actually. So, you would have gotten everything that you wanted if you stopped by his stream. Hello. That's unfortunate for you now, isn't it? But anyway, I think Gangsta Jabs did a great job. I don't recall if he streamed before or not. I don't think he did. But it seemed to come very naturally to him. He was keeping up with chat for the most part. About as well as you can expect someone to, right? He was very good with it. I thought it was good. It was very nice. But anyway, so he was doing some hanger reviews, and I think it was actually to celebrate his 1,000 subscribers, which is very, very nice. That first 1,000 is kind of the most memorable. So congratulations to him. I'm gonna die, yeah. Anybody who is not subscribed to Gangster Jabs, honestly, I really think that you should. He's got a lot more videos than me, but he covers a lot of, guides and things, right? He's got a lot of information. A lot more information than I do. And that is part of the reason I kind of decided I think I'm going to stop with... Oh, God. with hanger reviews and just most advice in general. As someone who just wanted to play the game, have fun, use the least meta builds possible, you know, I had to still learn the meta in order to know what to avoid, for one thing, and also to learn how to combat it when people used it on me, right? But ultimately, you know, I didn't want to use it. I had to learn that stuff like anybody else. And, you know, learning that stuff, I got some knowledge, you know, and I was able to use that knowledge to make certain decisions, and I, you know, made careful decisions. I was able to explain myself, and I feel like that, like, my ability to kind of explain why I think certain things, or explain why something is better than something else, or this, that, and the other thing, made me good at giving advice, but I wouldn't really say that that was what I wanted to do. So I continued to give advice because it didn't really seem like anybody else was doing it, really, if you understand. And I was slightly skeptical about, you know, anyone else giving, like, hanger reviews and not necessarily, like, explaining things the way that I would. But ultimately, after watching Jeb's stream, I've definitely changed my mind on that. I was definitely wrong about that. He did a very good job. I think that you don't need to explain why something's better. You just, you know, need to just say that it's better. It's match your skins. Okay, Sentry, fine. It's a little bit excessive to, like, try to explain everything. It's just not gonna happen. I will do this one. Actually, I don't know how to match my skins. Maybe I'll go back to this one. Anyway. I keep forgetting I have this skin sometimes. That one kind of... I can only match it so much, Sentry, understand? But anyway, like, part of the reason that I stuck around with, like, giving advice and that sort of thing. He seemed to be a little nervous. Oh, you're talking about Jabs? Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was his first time, though. Like, he did great. He did great. Are you streaming on your laptop? I am, yes. Why no buy Slingshot? Because Slingshot's garbage. Okay, Mr. ... Hold on, Sentry. Ruffles, I don't believe you. No offense to Jabs, but y'all's advice, don't compare. I think we talked about it in Eric's stream. I mean, yes. Yes, we have different ways of giving advice, right? But ultimately, what matters most is that you give credible advice. I can explain myself, but I don't think that that necessarily justifies everything that I say, right? Because I explain things in ways of my beliefs with some amount of bias. Someone like Gangsta Jabs, he loves the meta. And if you're asking for a hanger review, you're essentially asking me what is the most meta hanger that I can get at this point in time with the items that I have. So what you want to ask is someone who is highly competitive, who plays in a highly competitive squad at top end, and you want to ask them, you know, about meta things, and you want somebody who loves to play the meta, and that would be Gangster Jabs and not me. I know what the meta is for the most part, but I'm not like a top competitive squad person, man, thing, whatever. So logically, his advice would be more accurate than mine. And even though I could probably, like, try to explain to you why something's better than something else, like, ultimately nobody cares, right? All they, like, if they really cared about learning, then, you know, once they try the thing that you told them to try, then they'll know what the differences are, right? Like, they will learn what the differences are. But there's really no point in trying to explain everything. You know, if you just say something's better, then that's about as good as explaining why it's better or whatever. Oh, I killed myself. That was actually interesting. And yeah. So, like, even though I've given a lot of advice, obviously, over the past year or so, if you go back in my channel, like, that's not what I started off with, right? It's not what I necessarily wanted to do. I just wanted to, like, play the game and use, like, random different things, right? What I wanted to do, like, with the game, is the thing that I kind of still want to do, which is just, you know, I want to be the underdog. I want to use random builds and do far better than I have any right to be doing with those random builds. And I think I can do that, but I don't think I should necessarily be giving advice. Because even though I could give advice, it's never going to be as accurate as someone like Gangsta Jabs. And ultimately, what I care about most is not whether or not I give advice, whether or not the advice that people get is accurate. But I continued to do it for a while because I never really saw anybody else doing it, right? Very few channels actually will, like, explain things to you. And like I said, I was skeptical about Gangsta Jabs because he typically does not explain why things are better. He just says that they are better. And I was like, okay, well, you know, is that really going to help people? But honestly, it does. It still does. Just as much. I am dead again. Am I going to lose? You know, I have a nade launcher Aegis. So I'm not particularly hopeful, but I feel like I could do things. Oh, he respawned. Never mind. Hi, how are you? He knows I am in a nade launcher Aegis. Have at thee. Hi. Are you having a good time? Because I am not. Yeah. This guy. Oh, God. Escape, hello. Getty, welcome. Oh, my stream is awful. I just realized. That's good to know. I don't like this idea of telling new players use EM rifle and then that's it. See, here's the thing though, Sentry, is that if that is genuinely what you should be doing, then that's not for me to decide. I think that my advice is littered with personal preferences and what I would consider to be an ideal, a balanced hanger, I guess. Like my advice is based off of a balanced hanger, but the game's meta is not balanced, right? The game doesn't necessarily like a balanced hanger. I can tell you how to get a balanced hanger, but is that the best thing that you should genuinely be doing? Probably not. And so that's the situation that I'm in. And well, let me see. I really need to get that nades are bad vid out. Yeah, I need to see it so that I can know that nades are bad. Gameplay is very lag. I know. I'm sorry. I just give more of the new players advice. I don't play much top end, so I don't give top end advice as much. Yeah, pretty much. Fair enough. I don't know what the early game experience is like anymore, so like I couldn't even do that. Stream's a bit choppy. Is it the stream as a whole, or is it just like the gameplay? Can try to like prop it up a little bit more, I guess. No. Well, maybe Bear with me. I am just, like, balancing this thing on random things. I should really, like... I should have a set system for this. I'll buy myself a PC eventually. But realistically, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. It's not very sturdy. That's a little bit better. Diarrhea Dan, I appreciate you, sir. Big time bussin'. Let's get it, yeah. I can invite you. Here, we can play a match. I need someone to carry me while I use bad while I exert my bad decisions upon myself. Gangsta Jabs gave me the advice, Max Guardian use either railguns or disc 16s on it. How should I do that? I mean, just do what he said. I mean, if he says max this thing, then obviously he doesn't necessarily mean, like, you know, do this right now or you'll be garbage. He's just saying, you know, this is the next thing that you should max, and this is what you should put on it. And any way that you can get that. The whole stream seems slightly choppy. Facecam is choppy too. Oh. Well, that's not good. So it's not just the video, it is the entire thing. Here, I can do... I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna close some things. Oh wait, no, I was in a Discord call. I forgot about that. Well, nobody was there, but like I would have been in a call. I just closed Discord. I don't want to have to reopen all of these damn tabs. Actually, you know what I could do, probably? Is I could set up, like, an alternate desktop just for streams. And, like, all it would have is, like I wouldn't have to, like, have all my Chrome tabs up. I wouldn't have to have Discord. Well, I would have Discord. If that might work, I'll have to do that. I'll have to, like, look into that later. That could help. Like, keep things down. Huh. Wait till the update carbines are gonna destroy. Instead, of course, spend all your money on Mech Arena. No. He's just saying, like, you know, the next thing that you should max is Guardian, essentially. Of course, they announced the implant discount the day after I spend most of my coins upgrading my Orion to 6-star. Well, I mean, you won't need very many A-coins after when the discount's there, though. You could buy Slingshot from the donation. No. Dan, is that what you want me to do? I will do it if that's what you want me to do. Slingshot is very cheap. I know, but it's also very bad. They're gonna need to do something about the combat point limit. It's ridiculous. We've discussed that. Yeah. No, we did talk about that before. I agree that it's a dumb idea. They should really just make it infinite, but they're probably not going to. Oh, Dan. Here we go. Escape 211. Spaghetti. I don't know if you want to join, but I will invite you. How do you think? McLaren's in here. I don't know if Master Games is in here. I don't see him. Alright, Dan, just you and me. Anyway, so I'll hop in the game if you need someone to join. I need a couple Surge MVPs anyway. Oh, okay. I'll invite you next time. I'll do my best to get you the MVP. But anyway, I don't remember exactly what I was saying earlier. But essentially, like, I realized from watching Jeb's stream that, you know, he gives very good advice, and I don't necessarily, like, I don't need to feel like I need to give advice anymore, you know, because that was the reason that I did it, was because I didn't really see anyone else doing it, and I wanted people to, like, get some value out of things, right? I wanted people to know what was a good idea and what wasn't a good idea. And I typically knew what was a bad idea based on, like, you know, my bad choices, but I couldn't necessarily tell you what the best thing was, and that's what people were most interested in. And even though, like, I could try to explain myself as to, like, why I think certain things, like, ultimately, being able to explain it is not really as important as, you know, giving the right kind of advice. And I think what you really need is, like I said, someone like Jabs, who is a top-end player, who plays top-end competitive games, so he knows what, like, the absolute best of the best stuff is. And he uses it on a regular basis. Like, that is the stuff that he is most likely to use. He doesn't just use random things just because he feels like it. He enjoys using the most meta stuff possible. And that's not really me. But that, you know, that's fine. But that also makes it also makes me not really the guy that you should be going for in terms of advice. And yeah, like I said, I was a little bit skeptical, but Jebs proved me wrong. I was skeptical for no reason. He is a lot more qualified than I kind of thought that he was. Over the past month or two, I've been thinking about, you know, like, who's going to kind of replace me in terms of, like, if I were to leave content creation for Mech Arena, or if I were just to stop doing things, if I were gone for some reason, like, who would take over for me in terms of, like, all of that information? And Gangsta Jabs is definitely the guy for it. I think he would make, you know, a perfect replacement in terms of, you know, advice giving. The 211. The Getty. And even though, like, I started because, you know, I knew some things and I was, like, a little bit, like, I was, you know, doing some random tests. You know how anyone who's been around my channel for a long time, they know that I used to do just, like, random, like, mech ability tests or something like that, just to learn, like, weird little details, you know? Like, I liked the weird details. I enjoyed that. But, like, general stats, this is better than this type of situation, it's not really the thing that I've ever really enjoyed. It was just something that I picked up on. And because I am fairly good at explaining myself, it made it easy for me to give advice, number one, but it also made my advice actually sound like I knew what I was talking about, even if I occasionally probably didn't. It made me sound credible. It made me, you know, feel credible and stuff like that. And part of the reason, you know, that I continued to do it was also, you know, selfish reasons. Mostly, like, you know, I liked the feeling of people wanting to know my opinion on things, right? Because that's not something I get just regularly. Nobody cares what I have to say. But then, you know, I go to YouTube and everybody's, like, asking what my opinions are for things, and it's like, oh, hell yeah, I'll take that. But no, I don't think that's really what I'm best at. I think what I'm best at is the same thing that brought me to this game. It's the same reason that I started content creation. It's the same thing that I continue to like bring myself back to, which is just they're random builds, you know? Trying to do my best with something that shouldn't do very well. It's like a challenge run, right? That's essentially what the game is to me. Is I like to challenge myself and just see if I am good enough to, you know, do it well. Am I like a professional gamer? Absolutely not. Am I like, you know, top end competitive? Absolutely not. But I'll tell you something, I'll get more kills with a Voltaic RPG anything than just about anybody else will. And I think that counts for something. I'll leave that decision to you in chat. Oh, Dan, it was your money, though. Sorry, I missed the invite. I spent the exact time when I went back to chat to type. I was hoping you would surprise us with a stream. Yeah, I was in Jabs. I was just lurking there for a while. And I was like, yeah, I'll just wait until he's done. He recently reached 1,000 subscribers, anybody who's like came in here recently. And that was what his stream was about, more or less. And yeah, he did it very well, honestly. Like his streams are probably better than mine, and I think that was like his first one, so you know. Pretty good. But you know, my better than mine is a pretty low bar. Anyway, I'll keep inviting Spaghetti because he's here, but I don't think he's going to join. I don't know if Ducky's here. He did it this one time. I don't think it'd be a regular thing. Yeah, but like he's good at giving advice, though. Will he continue to do streams? Probably. Like he said during the stream. Sup, Spaghetti? He said during the stream that, like, you know, like giving advice out loud was so much better than like having to try to type it out. So, like, you know, I think he enjoyed it. He seemed like he enjoyed it. And he did some customs too. 7,000 hangers possible now. It's been possible for a while, bro. To be honest, it's a valid point of view offering advice, assuming that you lack experience and... Hold on. Assuming you lack experience and there are those who can do better than you. I mean, yeah. If I'm not giving the best advice possible, then why should I be giving advice at all? Essentially, you know, the only reason I'd be giving advice at that point is just to, you know, satiate any need for me to feel like I'm being useful. Which is not as important as giving valid advice. Nade launchers aren't unusable. They are not. I've beaten players with them, much to their dismay. It's just not terribly easy. You're forgetting they might be explaining things way too complicated and you, hold on. Hold on. I gotta steal Dan's kills. You're forgetting they might be explaining things way too complicated and you will be way better around the basics. I mean, you know, the basics are just the basics. And like I said, you know, if I can't, like, guide people through late game and, you know, I can't guide people through early game, then, like, there's really no point for me guiding people through, like, mid-game. And even then, like, I can't accurately guide anyone through anything because, again, it comes down to, like, the way that I learned things is, like, this is what most people use against me. This is what seems to be the most effective. And these are the things that I hate the most. So therefore, these are probably the things that are the most meta. But like, you know, if you're actually using it, then it's completely different. Like, Jabs is someone who plays in a like max squad all the time. So he knows what's most effective in like a max squad competitive setting, like squad v squad type of situation. I've done that. It's not easy. It's completely different than like a 1v1 with a bunch of bots, right? So like he knows what's the most meta in most situations. You know, he might not necessarily be like entirely in touch with like earlier late game or earlier mid game, I'm sorry. But you know, he can at least tell people what to shoot for, you know, something he can let them know what's going to be worth their time later on, right? Essentially, like, you know, if you invest your time or your money into this item, then this is something that you will use like top end, so there's no reason to get rid of it type of situation. These launchers aren't unusable, they have their uses, but the damage isn't high enough and the nade speed is a bit low, plus if you fight them at low range, they might just shoot over you. No, actually, the closer that you are to the enemy, the lower the arc. So like the arc is like, you know, it shoots like this or it shoots like this. The further away you are, the higher it starts to shoot. It has nothing to do with whether or not there's something in front of you, which is really, really annoying. Which means if you actually want to shoot over a high obstacle, you have to get further away. So it's really easy to counter them. And yes, the damage isn't bad, but like I did the damage test, which is, you know, of course, something I don't plan to stop doing either, right? Because like I loved damage tests. It's just like an arbitrary test that nobody else is ever going to do. That kind of gives me like random nerd information without necessarily being like a full-on guide to like how to use this weapon most effectively, blah, 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 blah. If I really don't know what, you know, how to actually do that. But like my nade launcher versus disc launcher test, like what I did, like they both had very similar damage outputs, but that was in like the absolute most ideal situation ever, being that every single hit dealt back damage, which is easy to do for disc launcher, but incredibly difficult for nade launcher. Which means that at the absolute best, the absolute best that you can expect a nade launcher to perform, even if like you're just getting ungodly luck or something, is on par with disc launcher, right? Like there's no benefit to it. It's not like if you're really, really good at it, then you'll be doing better than disc launcher. Nah, you'll just be doing as good as disc launcher. So there's really no reason to use it. Oh. What happened to Honor? I haven't seen any videos in about 2 months. I hope he's okay. I wonder if he's... I think he moved... It's a good question, actually. I don't know if he's, like, doing different things, playing different games. Ruffle's talking here like he's leaving. I don't necessarily plan on leaving, but I don't think I'll really be doing very much, like, general, like, advice anymore. Because I realized that the kind of advice that applies to me does not apply to most people. To be honest, I don't know why people want to know my opinion on stuff. It's because you're, like, extremely experienced in terms of, like, how long you've played the game for. Like, you know a lot of things that a lot of people will never know just because you've been around for so long. Maybe you don't know that you know it. And yeah, you know, you probably don't play at like absolute top end, but you know, you know a lot of things just like I do. Full take RPG 16 isn't that bad, but 8 sucks. They are also underused. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. The 8s aren't too bad on like a fast mech though, I found. And the reason, like Shadow specifically, and the reason, in my opinion, is because, like, if you're moving that fast, you're more likely to miss, and so just having more shots is actually pretty beneficial. Blade Strike, hello. You want me to invite you to match? Also, hold on. I forgot. Let me open Discord back up and then join the call. again. Come on. It's loading. Open. It doesn't want to open. Damn it. Oh well. Hopefully it sorts itself out. Yeah, Rhino, I agree. The way that Scape gives his advice is very nice. Damn, this is lagging. Uh-oh. I'll get back to you guys in a second. Let me see if I can fix this damn lag. I think it's my laptop's just getting very toasty. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay. Don't want to forget to unmute myself. You said to reboot? No. Everything is fine. I was grabbing like an ice pack to like put under my laptop because it likes to scream at me and get extremely toasty when I'm streaming. Cause it no likey. New streaming coming. You know my ways too well. Escape. I'll say this once more. Advice y'all both give doesn't compare. Out of every stream I've watched, not once have I heard you give advice swayed by your own opinion. I mean, I try not to, right? But like I said, it's not necessarily like, you know, my opinion on the meta, but it's like, I typically try to guide people toward a balanced hanger, even though that's not necessarily the best idea, right? Like, if the best idea is to have 2 EM builds, 2 disc launcher builds, I'm not going to tell people to do that because it's dumb. I mean, yes, you know, if you follow my advice, you're a lot less likely to get screwed over by some random nerf than you know, like, otherwise, but, you know, Mech Arena doesn't really nerf things, to be honest. Oliver, hello. New players shouldn't be given endgame advice. They progress, they won't shoot for 2 EM and disc builds. They'll upgrade what works best for them. Oh, I know. But, like, Jabs wasn't giving them necessarily, like, completely endgame advice. Like, he was telling them, you know, based on what they had, like, you know, these Missile Rack 8s work better on Guardian than they do on Zephyr, and you should get Arc Torrents for your Zephyr instead. And, you know, stuff like that. Like, it was all legitimate advice. Don't get me wrong. Like, what's special about you is you're able to see a hanger and know what a player's playstyle is. and give advice accordingly instead of just saying get rid of this and get rid of that. Use EM rifle. I mean, I don't want to do that, but at the same time, if that is what is the most effective, then that is technically what I should be doing, right? Because like I said, when someone's asking for hanger advice and they're asking for like a general hanger review, what they're basically asking for is, hey, can you tell me what the most meta setup is that I can get, or the hanger that I can make that would be the most effective, which is essentially just the most meta hanger with with at the place that I'm at with the stuff that I have. Blade, I will invite you. Hold on. And like am I an authority on what is and isn't meta? Maybe not, right? Like I could tell you that EM rifles are a lot better than they should be, but you think all legendaries will be buffed? No, I don't. Didn't know Jabs did a stream. I'll have to check it out. Oh yeah. He did it like a few hours ago. I actually waited until he finished before I started mine because I was just hanging around his. Ooh, hey look, players. I highly recommend everybody go follow Jabs too. Like he makes good videos. He doesn't necessarily go as in depth as I do, but like at the end of the day, do people care about the details? The answer is no, not really. And even though I might care about the details, anybody who wants the details, they can find them for themselves. Right? Like if you just tell someone like, hey, oh yeah, get out of here. Hey, EM Redeemer is better than EM whatchamacallit? Like Killshot or something. Owie. Please stop. I don't like you. Ow. Okay, fine. No, I didn't care that much. I wanted it. But yeah, like you could tell someone like, hey, EM Redeemer is better than EM Killshot, and if people don't care why, then they don't care why. They'll just know that it does better, right? If they really want to know the differences, then they'll use it, and then they'll find the differences for themselves. Because, depending on how you play a mech. But, like, I'm over here, like, wasting all my time being like, well, here's the benefits to this, and here's the benefits to this, and based on the rest of your hanger, here's what I think is better. But, like, I'm doing this based on my idea of what a balanced hanger would look like. And that's not even necessarily, like, the best option. Like, it's not even necessarily the best option for you. And again, like, I enjoyed giving advice purely for the sake of my own self-gratification. Because it made me feel special. But, like... oh, no. But, like, that's not what I started my channel as. It's never really what I wanted my channel to be known for. Like, I never really wanted to be the go-to know-it-all. I wanted to be the guy that you tune into his channel to see him use voltaic RPGs on a shadow and then just, like, ruin people with it. And it's just hilarious to see people, like, destroying someone else with this, like, absolute piece of garbage. That's the sort of thing that I would want to do, because that's fun to me, right? Would I make just like random gameplay videos with no context? I mean, no context, yeah, probably, but I definitely don't want to just do like I don't want silent, just like gameplay with music. I don't want that to be like the main thing for my channel. It used to be for a while, but that was because I wasn't really comfortable with voiceovers and things. I'm still not really, and I'm very bad at them, but because I don't use this script, and I really should. Good job, Dan. See, like, I'll tell you that EM rifles on search is not a good idea, but, like, Dan would clearly proves me wrong. But, like, EMs on search doesn't make sense to me. Does that matter? No, evidently not. Hey, no, let me invite Blade, damn it. There we go. Jabs is also a good 1v1 player. Yeah. Yeah, no, like, half of his videos are 1v1s. I hate 1v1s, but, like, ultimately, you know, if you're good at 1v1s, then you know what the most meta thing is, because the most meta thing is pretty much the thing that wins every time. So, like, if you're good at 1v1s, you should know what meta looks like. Do you know of the patched bug where Gates Ion Pod would hang your game? Oh. No, I had no idea. I mean, almost nobody uses it on me. I just use it on other people. That sucks. It makes me feel kind of bad that I use Gatecrasher a lot. It's so laggy, actually. I'm sorry. Like, my laptop's significantly cooler than it was earlier, so, like, I'm hoping that would help. Some people like to know the reasoning, others don't care. It varies. Yeah, but, like, what I'm saying is, like, if you want to know the reasoning, it really just depends on how you play something. And it depends on what you're looking for. And all of that stuff you can find simply by just playing the thing. And you're like, okay, well, I'm used to this, but now that I'm using this, obviously there are differences, right? Like, again, my example of, like, Redeemer versus Killshot with EM rifles. You know, like, there are differences, obviously, even though they're both fast mechs and you're using the same weapon on it. There are similarities, but, like, there are differences, and depending on what you're looking for would determine what the differences are that, you know, you'd actually be mentioning. It's like the chances of me actually mentioning the differences that they care about, pretty low. And I can talk about differences that I think are valid, but may not necessarily even be accurate, depending on the weapon that you're using. Like EM Rifle Surge, for example. Like, Surge, to me, is a close quarters specialist. If you're using EM rifles on it, I will almost never lose to an EM Rifle Surge user. Does that mean that it's a bad build? Absolutely not. That just means that the way that I play trumps the way that that plays. But if you're using the top meta, then you know what's best. You know what's best in the top meta. You know what's best against the top meta. Blah, 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 blah. Jebs keeps it simple to save himself time. I know he's told me talking is not always easy for him, and he feels like he stumbles over his words. Oh, I know. I can hear him stumbling over his words a lot, but it's honestly, it's entertaining. Not like in a mean way. It's not like a ha ha ha, he's struggling. That's funny because he's having a hard time. It's like, it's more personable, you know, to hear him stuttering over his words. It's funny in a nice and respectful way. I still feel like that sounds mean, but, well, you knew what I mean. I 1v1 jabs, like, every day. Oh my god. I believe it. I don't like 1v1s. Screw it. You need to continue giving advice. You can't leave it to one person. Well, yeah, no, I know. And I would still consider myself a valid source of factual information, obviously, because that is the thing that I try to, you know, focus on the most. It's just generally factual information. But like I said, when it comes, like, specifically down to, like, hanger review type advice, probably not. I can tell you that Graviton Beam has basically the same amount of damage as Arc Torrent, because that is a factually accurate statement. I can tell you what the benefits of both weapons are. And I can, from those benefits, assume what the better mech would be, or what the better weapon would be based on the mech that you're using. I'm actually not going to bother, because I'm thirsty for kills. Blood. Me wants. Hi. Please don't. Never mind. Yeah, no, I don't like that. Oh gosh, I was within 30 meters for a second there. Ah, it was a damn Zephyr. Of course it was. And I got one shot left. You kidding me? And now Surge is gonna... Or Mines. Should have known it was the Mines. Chubola. I don't know what that means. Choo. Eh. There's still one more. Have at thee. Okay, no. Never mind. You get like 30 to 50 people in your stream regularly. No small feat. People love to hear from you, I'm sure. I know I do. Well, I appreciate that. And I'm definitely willing to like give my opinion on things. And I'm definitely willing to speculate. And I, you know, like I said, I try my best to make sure that my opinions are not swayed by any type of personal preference, and you know, I try to just like use the data to come to like a general logical conclusion. For something like a hanger review, you know, am I able to do that necessarily? Probably not. I mean, like I could, right? Like if I did more research, if I watched more videos about like meta play, like gameplay, like full squad v squads, and then I just kind of like observe what happens, what seems to work best in what kind of situation. Yeah, like I could learn it. I'm not saying that I couldn't learn it. I just don't care, you know? Like I can't bring myself to care so much about the meta. I can only really assume what the meta is, and I don't really do full squad v squads, so I couldn't really tell you what the situation's like. I'm on my lunch break right now. I wish it was a bit later. Well, Vulcan, around here, we typically like to replace quality with quantity in terms of streams. So, like, 6 hours from now, I'll probably still be live. Don't you worry. But it'll be choppy as all, it's all heck. Scape's last stream was like almost a year ago. It's crazy. Actually, like one of his last streams, like one of his his last 10, I think, was when I actually joined him. And that was a lot of fun. But like I actually kind of, I wouldn't say recently, this was like several months ago. I don't remember why, but like I wanted to look for something during that stream. And, you know, I realized that like how I was then and how I am now is just like so different. This shield's gonna go down soon, yeah. Not beaming me. I mean, I appreciate the beams, but I would appreciate it more if it was on somebody else. Skate Blast streamed 7 months ago, damn. Well, I mean, yeah, leave it to Sentry to know. Sentry's been counting the days. Things have been quite positive right now. With these changes, makes me wonder if I should pick it back up. Just don't know how easy it would be to do. Man, people would love to see you stream again. I can tell you that much. They would love it. You know, whether or not it's convenient for you, that's up to you. You could just do what I do, which is like, you know, probably every weekend, but it kind of just depends on how convenient it is. You know, it's not really a set schedule, but it's like, you know, typically every weekend at this time. Or something like that. For me, obviously it'd be different for you. Blade. Jimmy, I don't know if Jimmy's in the stream. You don't think you get that going back into streams? No, you would. Come on. I mean, maybe not like the first time, because nobody'd be like expecting you to be streaming, but like after the first few, you get back up to the... What was it that you normally had? Like 200, something like that? It was quite a few. Mr. Channel. I appreciate that. But it's not so much like, you know, oh, my feelings are hurt. I feel like I'm not needed anymore. Like, I've been, for the past few months, I've been thinking, you know, like, who would legitimately replace me in terms of advice giving if I were to, you know, stop giving advice or, like, stop making videos, just in general. If something were to happen, who else would be doing that? And that's part of what's driven me to continue doing it, was because I felt like nobody else was really doing it. But they are. And it's nice to know that, like, I'm not leaving the general audience to, you know, just kind of figure things out for themselves. You know, I'm leaving them in capable hands. And that's, you know, that's nice to know, right? It's like when you go to work, like, I don't know how much anybody else can relate to this, but like, I've worked 2 different jobs, both of which were not fantastic. They were pretty, you know, like entry-level jobs, but you know, I was taught to work hard, right? And I did. And for both jobs, I was known as, like, you know, the hardest working person in the group, or like pretty much in the entire building, essentially. And, you know, even though that's nice, like, it's flattering at the same time, it's like, I also know that, like, I don't really want everything to go to shit on every day that I take a day off, you know? Like, it's nice, but I ultimately don't really want that. I don't want people to be, like, fully relying on me. Ow. $110. But we had more people around that time. Oh, fair enough. That is true. There was just more viewers in general. I feel like it's been picking back up, though. Slightly, at least. Been counting the hours since she says, oh, yeah, fair enough. I believe it. How many hours has it been? I need to know. I like helping people when it comes to meta. Yeah, fair enough. No one has your playstyle rubles. You play off meta for fun hanger. Exactly, yeah. And that's the way that I like the game the best. But, you know, that also means that I'm not going to be very accurate when I give advice all the time. I have a massive 84 combat points left. Whoa. That's crazy. So many. Spaghetti. Hamsgun, do you want to join? I'll invite you. One more power, and it would be a very interesting number. Going to bed, preaching tomorrow. Ooh, okay. Fair enough. Have fun. I like pilots that boosted tanks, and it made a meta where I felt comfortable. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their own playstyle. I think that the idea of pilots was good, like natural game progression, right? Like they kept pilots out of the game, like the game would be very like two-dimensional, and it wouldn't have a lot of depth to it, right? Like, would it be more balanced? Yeah, possibly, but like ultimately, pilots added a bit of depth to it that the game really needed, and I enjoy that. I just don't necessarily like the way that they implemented everything so much, but you know, preference. I'll leave that one for you because he's got a shield. Lost track at 5,000. Uh-oh. I mean, you could probably just, like, look up the date and then calculate it if you cared that much, which you probably don't. But you could. Here's all I'm saying. Hey. I figured y'all had it under control. Okay, well, I guess I didn't have it under control either. Stop it, you're mean. Oh, okay. Got a Sunday school class tomorrow. Yeah. Good luck to everybody. Yee. See you guys in an hour, 30 minutes when I get out. Oh, fair enough. Okay. Take care, Vulcan. True Baymaster, hello. I'm doing alright. Hope you are. Just elite pilots and EM rifles game becomes way more fun. See, it would become way more balanced, but like I at the same time, you know, like I have to admit, pilots added a bit of depth where it was like if it was just the mechs and just the weapons, you know, like it's a very two-dimensional game. Like it wouldn't feel like an actually finished game. It would feel like you're playing like some really like early beta type of thing where there's just like there's nothing there. The mechanics are extremely simple. And you know, you could easily make a game like that, but like as a PvP game, I don't know. Seems weird. Something needs to come along for sure. Probably just went down a road I hadn't been enjoying entirely. Happy to see various things changing lately. Yeah. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Like, even if it doesn't necessarily change the meta, right? Like, even if the EM rifles are still absolute meta and it's just like super absolute sniper town, you know, at least it would hopefully give certain things a time to shine. You know, like Carbine, Redox, Brickhouse, they all suck. And I would like for them to be, you know, good weapons, right? I would like that for them. It's the same reason I still enjoy Surge. It's because it was garbage ever since its release. But, you know, it got buffed, and now it's its time to shine. And I'm okay with that. Since you're saying you lost track at 5,000 makes me feel sad. Makes me feel bad. Do you think Plarium should add flamethrowers? Yes. 100%. Hell no, I don't want another broken weapon. I mean, flamethrower wouldn't be that bad. It would have a low projectile speed, right? So it would be like Arc Torrent, where it probably has a decent amount of range, and it would have a high amount of damage. But, like, it wouldn't just automatically tag to the enemy. It would have, like, a low projectile rate, and, like, you know, if you were to, let's say, you were to fire and, like, swing around while you fire, like, the end of the trail would swing around slowly, and so, like, you know, a fast mech, essentially, would be able to avoid it. Maybe not necessarily easily, but, like, it would be pretty difficult to keep the flame on a fast mech. So, like, that's at least, you know, a nice... Oh, God. Counter. Spaghetti, I got you. Heyo. Oh, okay. Never mind. Don't worry about me. Nobody kills you on my watch. Oh, well, they did anyway. I wasn't watching now. At least I'll pretend that I wasn't. I know it's not that bad idea, but imagine how Plarium make the flamethrowers. I mean, to be fair, Plarium is not known for making completely balanced weapons, but at this point, I think it's safe to say that it's more likely to be trash than it is to be OP, right? Because, like, most weapons that they've released, like Nade Launcher, garbage. Minigun, garbage. New Javelin racks are pretty good, but they're not that good, to be honest. Like, EM Rifle was the last actual, like, OP weapon that they released. So, you know, they're more likely to overcompensate and to make it pretty bad rather than, you know, make it OP, which is at least something, I guess. But I'm glad they're more or less saying, you know, these things aren't entirely balanced and we're just gonna, you know, rebalance them. I don't think it'll fix most problems. I don't think EM rifles would be any less stupid than they already are, but oh well. You know, at least better than nothing. Getting close to where I'll have to start making dinner. Better run for now, and we'll see you in the stream. So yeah. Oh, it's 4 o'clock already, damn. I forgot I started late. Take care, Escape. Have fun. Don't burn anything. Miniguns would be superior if they made them in beta. Oh, yeah, I know. The DPS on those things is crazy. Actually, I recorded a video with miniguns on Ares, and I will probably end up uploading it, because it was pretty good, honestly. Alright. I think he's out of battle points now, so... My coffee is cold. I like the idea of miniguns. It's just like, you know, the meta that they introduced them in is all. They're good weapons. It's just not a good meta for it. Hamscon, I don't see you with a Lancer. I feel like you should explain yourself. There's a guy over there, by the way. Not sure if anybody noticed him. I'm gonna assume not, because I think he's shooting at me right now. Is he gone? Is it over? Man, I gotta, like, watch my ammo. No. Curse you, ammo limit. Ah! I'm gonna die. But I want to kill that. Damn it. I wanted to kill that cheetah before I went. Was that clan battle-thon fun? My clan mates aren't on so much, so I haven't been able to do it. I haven't done a ton of them either. I did like 8 of the CPC ones, and that's it. I still needed to do the 10 5v5s and 2v2s. So... yeah. I typically just queue up solo. Unless I'm streaming, then I invite people who are in the stream. And most of the time, that does not include clanmates. Probably spaghetti. No worries, spaghetti. JR leader? Nah. Sorry, man. Would rather play with Dan and Kalusia and Hemscon and our Shadow and Jabs. I don't know. Well, there's... oh, it's a different... damn it, that's a different clan division, so that won't even count. I forgot. What is a flak cannon? I forget. I don't remember what if it stands for something or not, but essentially it is an anti-air defense. So like if there's like planes overhead or like artillery coming in, it's like an artillery shot that explodes midair. It's like a cannon, and there's an explosion, but it doesn't explode on impact. It explodes like midair, so that like it'll blow up planes or like mess up any other projectiles. Anti-air defense, essentially. Which could be cool against like mortars and javelin racks and such. The problem is, like, you know, it's pretty niched. So, like, even though I think it would be a nice idea, it wouldn't be very practical. Unless they made, like, flying mechs of some kind, right? Like, War Robots, it would be nice, because, like, everything in its mother flies in that game. Now, anyway. Hi, I don't have stealth. I probably shouldn't be here. Oh, God. Okay, fine. Oh, I understand. I'm a bad person. Fine. Fires explosive shells to cover a large area. You can have it as well. See you in 4 hours, Ruffles, when I come back and say, dang, you're still going. See you, Zentry. Thank you for stopping by. Ah. Nades. Nades. Oh, okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. We didn't even kill all of them. I'll share some ideas on Discord. Alright, fair enough. It's just a firework cannon. After stream. Fair enough. Let me see if I can open Discord now. I don't know why it's not opening. It's being irritating. Okay, you know what? Let me just go to my apps. Scroll down to Discord. Try to open it from here. Because it's just not opening anymore, and I don't know why. And, like, Mech Arena won't allow me, like, the game anyway, won't allow me to, like, shrink the game, like, the window. I have to close it and then reopen it if I wanted to, like, go back to my desktop and try to open it from there. Whatever. If anybody wants... If any channel member, I should say, wants to join me on Discord, just let me know and I'll close the game and then reopen it. We'll try to open Discord and then reopen the game, obviously. There's Nihilus. Is he here, though? What is stronger, Shadow Stealth, Duration Implant, or Shotgun Reload? Depends on your... depends on your playstyle preference, I guess. Probably Reload. Like, I like to have both. Because if you get enough of the duration and you get it, you know, if you upgrade the duration far enough and you upgrade the reload far enough, then you're able to get 2 full magazines of shotguns out in a single duration of stealth. And that's just beneficial just, you know, because obviously it is, right? It gets you more damage out per ability usage. And so for that reason, I like to use the duration. A lot of people just use the cooldown. Or, like, the speed. I don't think the speed's very good, though. In my experience, it hasn't really helped me a lot. Like, on the test server or anything, really. Just unload that. Owie! Reload for sure. Yeah, if you have to choose between one, like if you can't have both, if you could have both, then yeah, you know, go for it. I would say duration's better than cooldown, in my opinion. If you have the reload anyway, but like if you can only choose one, then you may as well just go for the weapons. Because the duration won't do you any good if you don't have the reload for it, right? Aw. I tried my best. Red, hello. I don't remember. Red, were you in Gangster Jib's stream? I was lurking there for a while. I don't think I recall seeing you in chat, but I don't remember. He streamed earlier today. I think it was his first one. Anyway, this is a little bit too strong for my liking. We're gonna have to remedy that somehow. Beautiful. I like the battle chicken. This one doesn't look bad, though. We're gonna stick with the battle chicken, though. Battle chicken for the win. Also, oh, hold on. I don't like this. I do not like this one single bit. Actually, let's go with this. Why not? I got this skin the day before yesterday, literally with the free token that they gave me, that I got from like the event. And you can see I got the one token and I managed to land it. It was fantastic. And that was the one that I wanted the most too, because it looks amazing. Diarrhea Dan. Red, do you want to join the match, sir? I don't think I was there. Probably was streaming. Or probably was sleeping. Yeah, fair enough. You're like 2 hours ahead of me, though, correct? Or are you 2 hours behind? No, I think you're 2 hours ahead of me. Not the MG Lancer. Oh, I'll out-Lancer you. I got for Aegis and Cheetah. Fair enough. Oh, alright. I will... I'll invite you in the next one. And put the stream on TV. Oh, going fancy. Alright, Hamscon, it's on. Let's go. You wanna go? Huh? Where you at? Wait, did he not join? I think he didn't join. I think he was too scared. Fine. Fine, Dan. I see how it is. It's alright. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. No likey. Okay. Damn, this spot is not very safe. Ah, I almost got him. Almost. I probably missed some stuff. What do you mean about changes are coming? You mean in game or something else? Oh. Yeah, so essentially, I don't think I'm really going to be giving advice anymore. Owie. On the channel. I started because I didn't really see anybody else doing it. I saw that there was, like, a lot of things that, like, the general population didn't know, but, you know, myself, through playing the game, learning what seemed to work best for me, what seemed to work best for other people, you know, all the things that I tried my best to avoid, like the meta, you know, I learned those things, and I realized that other people didn't necessarily know those things so well. So, you know, I like to give it as much advice as possible just to help people out. And then that more or less became, like, what my channel was focused on after a while. But I don't think I'm very qualified to give advice. I've realized that, like, someone who avoids the meta as much as possible, someone who plays, like, almost strictly in solo matches against mostly bots, but, like, occasionally just, like, a couple players, too. But, like, even if I play against players, I'm not playing up against, like, top meta competitive squads. I'm just playing up against a group of players, right? So if you want to know what the best hanger to get is, or you want to know what the best advice to use is, you should really be talking to someone who, you know, uses the meta. They know what they're, you know, they know what they're talking about because they use the things that they say that you should use. And they know how effective it is. They've seen, like, you know, absolute top end. They're, like, highly competitive players. Hamscon, you left because you were scared about the Lancer, weren't you? I knew it. Lance minigun is kind of questionable. No, it's not. Stream choppy? Oh my gosh. HQ. That's probably been that way literally the entire time. So you're advising us not to take your advice? No, I wouldn't say that. I would say that I have reason to give good advice. I just can't give you the best, like, I can't necessarily give you the best advice that you know, someone could give you, right? If I say something, it's because I genuinely believe that it's true. But I'm not able to say a lot of things. If you understand what I'm trying to say. Which you probably don't. Wait. Hamscon, where'd you go? There's Brillo. Brillo, I don't know if you want to join. You're like our Mech Arena sensei. No, I know. I liked, like, I'm pretty good at explaining things, and I think that made it easy for me to give advice, and I think that made it, like, easy for people to take my advice. But, like, ultimately, you know, something like hanger reviews is really the main thing that I'm not going to do anymore, I don't think. Because, like, I can explain myself. I can explain why something is better than another thing, in my opinion, but, like, it entirely depends on how they play it, each thing. It depends on what they're looking for. And although, like, I could explain all of the differences between this, that, and the other thing, like, they can find it out themselves if they really care, but most of the time they don't really care. You understand? And for a little while, honestly, I've been kind of thinking, you know, like, who would replace me in terms of, you know, giving advice, the type of, you know, advice that people like to come to me for. Who would replace me in terms of that? Because not a lot of people give advice on YouTube about this game, right? And, you know, I was a little bit skeptical about some of the people who currently give advice or hanger reviews or whatever, but I think they're more qualified than I gave them credit for. I need to get whoever's marked, but I don't have an angle on them, really. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Minigun OP. Like, advice isn't the thing that I started my channel for. It's not the thing that I wanted to necessarily do with my channel either. It's just something that kind of happened because, you know, I have a knack for finding, like, relationships between things, right? Because I like to try to explain things, you know, I'm able to, if I can explain something, then typically, like, I know what works best in a lot of situations. But like I said, you know, like, I can give advice for, oh, beautiful MVP, by the way. I can give advice for, like, someone who's queuing up solo, you know, doesn't necessarily like to play the meta, wants a more balanced hanger, and, you know, doesn't play, like, absolute top-end competitive. I could give advice for someone like that, but, like, most people don't want that. Most people want to know, like, what is the most meta hanger that I can get at this point in time with the things that I have. Do you have a laptop fan, Ruffles? I do not. At least not one that, like, if I think I have, like, an internal fan, like, in the laptop, obviously, because I'm pretty sure you can't go without one of those, but, like, it can only do so much, right? The more you know, the sooner you find out you know nothing. Yeah. Diarrhea Dan. Red, rewrap. Waiting on ya. But I love your hanger reviews. I mean, yeah, I like to explain myself, and that's part of the reason, like, I was sort of skeptical about, like, other people doing reviews, because, like, you know, obviously I want people to get good advice, right? And, you know, if I'm being completely honest, when I heard that Gangster Jabs was doing, like, a hanger review thing, like, I knew that he doesn't make a video without knowing what he's talking about. And the pure fact that, as opposed to talking about his opinion on things, he speaks strictly, like, almost every single video is speaking strictly from, like, you know, this is what the most number of top end players agree on. So you know that his advice is legitimate. Like, you know that it's reliable. But so like, if you were to pin something directly on him, though, right? Like, if you were to ask him specifically, and he's not able to ask 100 other pros about, you know, what's the best I can do with my hanger, or, you know, what's your advice on my hanger, I was a little bit skeptical, because, like, he doesn't really explain anything. So I wasn't sure, you know, does he really know what's best? Like, does he know why the things are why some things are better than other things? But, you know, he does a lot more than I thought he would, based on his videos. Obviously, it's the only real information that I have from him. I know that he likes to summarize his videos a lot. But, you know, he knows a lot more than I gave him credit for. Who's a lot better. I feel kind of bad for, like, you know, kind of judging him to begin with, honestly. He did very well. And ultimately, people don't need or want explanations for most things. They just want a straight up, this is better than this. And if they really want an explanation as to why, all they have to do is use it, and then they'll figure out what the differences are. Oh, thank you for stealing my kill. I wish I could, like, get up on that, but I don't think I can. And that makes me sad. Ah! But yeah. Like, I know that if the bulk of your information or your advice comes from Gangster Jabs, you know, I know that you'll be in good hands. Will he be absolutely 100% correct about absolutely everything? No, of course not. Nobody will. But he'll do a better job than I will, I think. Sadly, Mech Arena is about using the meta. You won't be doomed, but you will be in a high disadvantage if you don't use meta stuff. Exactly. And although I can tell you, like, what mechs and weapons are meta, like, I can only really tell you what works best for me, or what works best, you know, for other players, or for me, in, like, a mostly, like, 1v1 with bots situation, right? Not like an actual 1v1, but just, like, you know, because of my playstyle. My playstyle is incredibly different than most people's. And because of that, you know, what's good for me, what seems good and not good for me is completely different, because, you know, I play the same thing a different way, or I'm able to counter a certain thing, or I'm able to not counter a certain thing as easily, just because of the way that I play the game. We need variety, but equally powerful variety. Not due to slingshots and Puma. Thank you. Thank you for that statement. Best statement of the entire stream. Do you have a fan made out of laptops? That would be expensive. I don't know about my Wi-Fi, but your gameplay is very choppy. Oh, it's probably my game. Or it's probably the stream. Rule of thumb, it's likely my end. Because my end likes to misbehave. Got it propped up, but, like, it also might be kind of propped up on top of the... Let me see. This might work slightly better. Uh-oh. My stream froze for a second. What if I... Hold on. Let me quit this. Close this. Turn on performance mode for Streamlabs. That'll probably help a little bit. Open up Discord. I don't know if you want to join Discord, Red, or not. It doesn't seem to be opening right now because it's a pain. It's probably because it's so laggy. I don't know. Open, please. Doesn't want to. It very much does not want to. Okay. Yep, I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, let's just open up Player and Play again. BRB, I'm going to delete Mech Arena. Why is it like lagging for you or something? Save Ruffles Laptop Foundation. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. I don't think I'm going to put anything into my laptop. I really just want to save for a desktop and just get it over with. I'm the type of person who used to, like, instead of buying a better phone, like, I would just buy, like, cheaper tablets that would last a little while, but would still, like, work pretty well for playing the game. Damn, audio was weird for a second. And honestly, that didn't work out so well for me. So, like, I have a decent laptop. I could get, like, a gaming laptop or something and probably get it cheaper than a desktop. But I'm just gonna cut out the middleman and go straight for desktop. Appreciate you, sir. I rewatched Gangsta's stream, and I think the aiming system helps EM Rifles players too much. Oh, yeah, you know, like the auto-targeting? Yeah, I know. There's this thing, though. If you go to controls. On PC, minimal aim assist for manual control. This is the most broken thing that you can get, and I hate it. I will never use this, ever. Because, number one, my aim is not the best, and number two, this allows you to, like, kill someone by manually aiming at their toe that's just sticking out of a corner. No mobile player can do that, but you can on PC, and I think that this should not exist, period. Because it makes the game too reliant on precision aiming and not enough on movement. It's a freaking mobile game. It shouldn't be that. Precision aiming should not be the thing that you're worried about. It's a mobile game. So I will never use this. And I think that it's dumb that Plarium added this. Anybody who does use it, you know, go ahead. It's not like you're cheating or anything. Like, if you're tanking, I will consider that cheating. But, like, at the end of the day, if it's there and the game, it's there for you to use, you know, like EM rifles. Like, I'm not going to blame you for using EM rifles. It's there for you to use. It's borderline. Like, it feels like you're cheating sometimes, but, like, you know, it's completely unfair. But at the same time, you know, it's there for you to use, so I'm not going to blame anyone for it. But yeah, I will never use that, and I really wish that they didn't add it. Because it just makes the PC better than mobile in every possible way. Hey, Cop, welcome back. Basically, EM rifle players will ready their shots before they have line of sight of the enemy. They can lock on target before having actual line of sight, thanks to teammates already spotting enemies. Yeah, I know. The aim assist on EM rifle is stupid. It really is. It's massive, and I I really want them to fix it, but more than that, I want them to just nerf EM rifles, right? Because it's like, you know, maybe they could fix the aim assist to where it's harder to use, but that would really only affect mobile players, and it would just make the PC experience even better, right? And realistically, you know, top end, if you're a skilled player, you'd still only be using EM rifles because it's still going to one-shot as long as you land a hit, right? So, like, skill weapon or no, I don't think it should. I don't think it should deal that amount of damage. I don't think any weapon should deal that amount of damage that easily. In that quick of succession, anyway. Like, mortars is okay because at least it has a 14-second reload, along with other, you know, different balancing factors. Being like it requires target, you know, you can't target anyone who's below 45 meters, yada, yada, yada. Mortars are easy to use, but there are balancing factors to it. I kind of thought I'd jump further, if I'm being honest. No! You monster! I read. Never mind. I can't be mad. Oops, my bad. My bad. I was trying to reload. I can't be mad about that. Miniguns to the rescue. Owie! Gangster missed one of his EM rifle shots on a stealth surge because the aim assist wasn't there when the surge was stealthed. Yeah, I know. I know. Although, even on stealthed things, there's a crazy amount of aim assist that it still offers you. Like, more than it would offer any other sniper weapon, right? It's pretty ridiculous. But Jabs also plays on mobile, right? So, like, again, even if it would cause mobile players to struggle, it wouldn't cause PC players to struggle so much, and I really don't want there to be a huge gap between performances, right? There shouldn't be a huge gap between performances. The biggest difference should just be, like, you know, better graphics, better frame rate, less lag. Larger screen, you know, have more control over, like, you know, it feels better, or, you know, it's just a nicer overall, cleaner, smoother experience, whatever. The gameplay itself should not be just strictly better when you play on PC. I don't like that. I am about to die. I see you do a video where you show all the EM rifle variants, one-shotting various mechs from Lancer to the highest toughest mech. I did, like... I think I did, like, the ground... Like, I recorded the basics, the, like, legitimate test portion of a long arm versus EM rifle, like, long arm 12 versus EM rifle 12 comparison video. There was no comparison. There was no comparison there. And I think it was against a Max Bastion with a legendary pilot on it too. So, like, that's the biggest you can get. It's like 200,000 HP. And it still one-shots. Found that aim assist can still track stealth dynamics, but it'll be vertical only. Yeah. No, it'll always do, yeah. It'll always do vertical, because it never wants you to have to manually aim up or down. But still, like, you know, the fact that you can manually aim up and down with, like, the PC minimal aim assist option, the fact that you can do that and just, like, tag someone's toe and kill them with an EM rifle in a single hit, like, that to me is dumb. They shouldn't have done that. There's Eric. Where's Red? Blue Milk Productions. Hello. Oh, BRB Red. Alright. Stream is pure right now. Whoa. I just realized you're right. That won't last very long. Better enjoy it while you can, people. That's called watching Mayor. Battle Chicken, yeah. Isn't that Omniverse EM Rifle versus all mechs? Yeah. Omniverse has made some interesting videos. It's got some nice ones. Actually, most of the stats that I got from... I'll just play one without you, Red. I don't know when you're going to come back. Most of the stats that I got for, like, my my upgrade sheet came from Omniverse's, like, just upgrading everything videos. Which are, like, weirdly satisfying to watch. I know that there are other places to find that information, but I just did there. He really said he won't be family friendly. Wait, what? Who said? I didn't say that. So the meta is now everyone has EM rifles, basically replaced mortars? Yeah, pretty much. According to Gangster Jabs, who I have no reason to doubt his analysis, according to him, the most meta hanger you can have has 3 EM rifle builds in it. So, if that gives you any kind of indication. No! I'll just go over here. So there's a little bit more between me and them. They don't kill me while I'm reloading for forever and a day. No! That's stealing. Wait, what? Do. Beautiful. Oh, I got him. Said you won't be clean. I never said that. I think you misheard me. Somebody kill him. So essentially, for the most part, in terms of like the things that I've talked about before. Good job, Berlin, by the way. Long story short, I don't think that I'm going to be doing very many like advice videos or like specifically like hanger review type situations anymore. Because I'm realizing that I'm not the most qualified to talk about that. Like, I may have been at one point when the meta was a little bit simpler and a little bit more straightforward. And, you know, I'm sure, you know, I could always, like, do research, right? It's not like I couldn't learn this stuff. Like, it would be pretty easy for me to just do research, figure out what works better. But, like, I don't care that much. The only reason I used to give advice was just because, you know, nobody else really seemed to be willingly giving it out, you know, very often. Like, there weren't very many places you could go to on YouTube where people would actually tell you, you know, this works better than this, or that sort of thing. And even though, you know, probably nobody's going to explain things the same way that I do, at the end of the day, nobody really cares about the explanation anyway. Plus, the way that I learned, you know, details about the game doesn't apply to everybody. You know, things that apply to me don't necessarily apply to other people. I have a very different, like, set of preferences and a very different playstyle than most players have. That's mine, Dan. Wait, do you have miniguns? Ah, I love it. We should do, like, full minigun squad. It would be amazing. It'd be a dream come true. The shoulder cameras, or shoulder cannon is camera intrusive. It kind of is. It's funny, though. Yes! Kill stealing is everything. Sorry, Dan. Aw. Fire all weapons! Oh, come on. Wow, he really... Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, he really avoided Dan there. Arfus, you really getting a lot of subs after reaching 3,000, or have I not been paying attention? I mean, it stayed at, like, 3,300 for, like, a very, very long time, I think. Now it's at... I don't remember what it's at now. Actually, I can check. But it has been growing, actually, very steadily. And it's been... I appreciate it a lot. So it's 3467. Actually, I think it was like 2,700 is where I was at for like the longest time. Red is at 982. He's almost at 1,000. Your hanger review advice has been good. I mean, I like to explain things, and it probably makes it easy to, like, take my advice, because, you know, like, I explain why, you know, something is better than something else, but, like, just because I'm able to explain it doesn't necessarily mean that I know what I'm talking about as much as other people would. And at the end of the day, even though I could still give advice, and people, you could know, like, maybe this isn't the best advice out there, but at least you'd know, like, my reasoning behind it. Ultimately, what I care most about is giving, like, accurate information. So if I'm not able to give accurate information as of right now, then I'm not going to do anything, I'm not going to give advice unless I, like, research it or something first. And at the end of the day, I don't really care what the meta is, like, it's not what I started the game for. I started this game, and I started my channel with zero intention of following the meta. But, meta in this game is pretty much everything. If you're running something just for the fun of it, you're kind of putting yourself at a disadvantage. Gotcha, Kadoja. Don't worry. I'll hit him with pebbles until he stops. Ooh, I got one. I should really try to... Oh, God, no. Please, don't do this to me. Ah! I don't follow meta either. Good for you. It's more fun that way. Nade launchers. Pooh. No. Pew, 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 pew. Alright, boys. You knew what to do. Oh. Oh, don't do it. Oh, the disc launchers are really essential for survival now. Yeah. Pretty much. You gotta sleep. Oh, okay. Take care, Ika. Didn't see that earlier. GG Brillo. Dan, what did you do to get yourself only one kill? I wasn't even playing Stop the Dan that game. Advice is brilliant, like a koi fish traveling against the current makes it incredibly unique. Don't sell yourself short. I mean, I know what I'm talking about in terms of the things that I am, you know, that I specialize in, right? Like, I've given advice for a long time. It's not like I'm saying, you know, I've just realized that everything about what I've said is bullshit and you should disregard all of it. I'm saying that like my situation is a bit more unique and that I can't necessarily relate to other people's situations as well to give them advice that would necessarily help them the best. Like I can still give general advice, you know, like I gave to Biggs, whereas like, you know, he had his arc torrents on, I don't remember what he had it on, but like I told him to put his arc torrents onto his Ares and swap and put like, I think maybe it was like missile rack or something onto his kill shot. It was some kind of situation similar to that, where I was like, you know, your kill shot would be a little bit less effective, but it would still be very, very good, but your tank would be a lot better. And he noticed the results and he liked the results. So obviously, like, I'm able to give some advice, but like, you know, end game, real hanger advice. And boy, did he listen, yeah. Do you use a radius extender implant for your nade weapon? I do have... Let me see. It's literally a rank 4 impulse. This is the best that I got. It's not great. I'll tell you that right now. I don't think I have any other implants. No. Yeah, it's definitely something. I have this. If I had another minigun reload implant, I would just throw I would just make another minigun pilot onto Asmodeus, as opposed to removing the ones from, because like as of right now, he doesn't have anything. I'm just waiting to get. I literally need like 155 more, so I'm almost there. It'll be like 2 days or something like that before I get it from like dailies. So that's pretty good. And then I'll wait for the implant removal discount, and then put the ones from case. Because he has a maxed out legendary recoil, and that has helped a ton. And then like the reload and the damage, obviously. But I haven't put a ton of implant parts into this pilot. Mostly into the recoil. No regrets, though. Well, maybe small regrets, but none worth mentioning. I don't think I've tried Tengu with minigun. Let's do you. Yeah, why not? Gotta pump in some more music notes in them implants. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get them music notes. Oh, there's Sentry. I don't know if he wants to join. Where did Red go? Also, there aren't many streamers, at least on YouTube, which is what I want to give any advice. No, yeah, I understand that. I understand that. Ducky will quite often stream. Like, he streams pretty often, and he does hanger reviews a lot. He's a lot more casual player like me, so, you know, obviously his advice won't necessarily be like absolutely endgame competitive practical. Yeah, but hopefully Gangsta Jabs starts streaming more. I think he enjoyed the one that he did. The nades can hardly be effective without radius implant like the ones in Discord. Oh, I know. But, like, I really want to get the legendary one, and I almost got it, but I didn't from the playoff event. No! Curses. So, like, the only one that I have right now is the Epic, and I kind of don't want to bother maxing it out unless it's legendary, because I know that it's not going to be that great. Yeet. Oh boy, I'm about to die. How about that? Ow. I was correct. If you want endgame advice, Jab's got you. Yeah, pretty much. If you want endgame advice, you got to talk to someone who is like very competitive endgame. Not me. But like early mid game advice, I couldn't even tell you what. I don't even know what the like situation is around that, right? Owie. Thank you, Dan. That was a very nice stomp. And I know recently I did a video which was like, you know, overviewing my strategies for like how I play the game, which probably also doesn't apply to very many people. But yeah, I'll probably do that. Do like a few more of those. But I'll have to make sure that, like, you know, I make people understand, like, this is just the way that I do things. This is not necessarily, like, the best way to do everything. Like, this is just, like, my thought process. Because as an anti-meta, he's an anti-meta player, it's completely different, believe me. Disc get 14 meter radius, Nate gets 7.5 meter radius. I know, it's sad. Discs are legendary, nades are epic. Okay, Mech Arena official, but why does nade launcher have to be garbage? That's my question. I made a comparison video actually about nade launcher 12 versus disc launcher 12. And under completely ideal conditions, which would be every single shot hits the rear end of a mech, which is, you know, it's a reasonable assumption if you're using like the vertical aim assist on disc launcher, but it's a lot harder to do with nade launcher naturally. But anyway, under completely ideal conditions, nade launcher is just on par with disc launcher. It's not like it does better if you have lots of skill. It's just kind of like, you know, it's as good if you are very lucky or skilled or whatever. There's no benefit to using nade launcher, essentially, is what I'm saying. And that makes me kind of sad. True Baymaster, welcome back. Yet nades have a more rare implant, and you have to splash. I know. Yeah, well, yeah, they have, like, the legendary radius implant. I give advice to Jebs so that he can give it to you. Fair enough. I mean, Jebs takes advice from a lot of people, right? Like, a lot of times his videos are not like, here's my personal advice. It's like, here is what the majority of top-end players say. So you know that his advice is going to be legitimate. he might not necessarily be able to explain to you why something is better than something else. Which I could do. Like, I could explain why I think something's better, but, you know, does that necessarily help anyone? Not really. Rare nades will become common in the rarity update. No, they said in like the Q&A that the only thing that they plan to change in rarity besides Killshot and Panther that were already changed was Juggernaut. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what they're going to turn it to. Maybe like uncommon, because there's no tank in uncommon. But it might also just get pushed to like rare, right? So they'll be changing like the rarity of that. But apart from that, everything else will just get like a nerf or a buff depending on what like tier it is. So how are we supposed to use nades to tell can nades be effective against EM rifle campers? I mean, theoretically, nade launchers have benefits because they can fire over cover as opposed to disc launchers, which have to fire around cover, like in a horizontal way. The problem is that there's no good way of aiming nade launcher, number one. And number two, the angle of trajectory, like the arc path that they take, is entirely dependent on how far away you are from an enemy. It has nothing to do with, like... So, like, if an enemy is pretty close by, and I'm standing here with nade launcher, I'm not going to lob it over this thing. It's just going to hit that thing. So, like, if they're, like, right there, it's just going to hit the thing as opposed to, like, lobbing it over. And I feel like they might be able to potentially implement some type of, like, smart tracking where, like, you know, there's an obstacle, like, right in front of you or within a certain distance in front of you, so it tries to track around that, if you understand what I'm saying. But maybe that's too complicated. I know other games do it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that every game's going to do it. Welcome back, Red. Owie, damn it. I think the nades should be in artillery. Me too. Me too. Barrage seems unnecessary to me. Unless Mech Arena Official is still here and can give us some insider information. Are there any new artillery weapons coming? Do you have any new ones in the works, at least? You don't necessarily have to give specifics or anything, but it would be nice to know that you're not just going to leave that category alone like you did with artillery and like you did with heavy duty. Like, I know theoretically you could add more to it, but, like, artillery has had one weapon in it for so long that I don't think anyone expects you to add anything to it anymore. And so adding the barrage makes people think, okay, well, they're probably not going to add anything to that either. So it would be nice to know that at least there are plans to, like, make new barrage weapons or make new heavy-duty weapons. Then, you know, like, it's justifiable. Otherwise, it just seems a little bit excessive to me. Nades should have auto-aim. Juggernaut, probably rare like Ares. Yeah, possibly. Juggy's better than Ares, to be honest. If you can use it correctly, yes. Barrage is completely different. It's area denial. I mean, I understand that it's, like, technically different, but it's like it's got the same general mechanics as artillery. You could have thrown it into artillery and nobody would have complained, right? Nobody would be having this discussion, is what I'm saying. It's pretty obviously similar enough to where you didn't need to introduce an entirely new pilot for it. Are you in my list, Benny boy? There are no news on new artillery. Aw. What about the barrage and heavy duty? I mean, you probably can't say anything. It's understandable. That's understandable. It would be nice though. I want a heavy duty beam. That's what I'll say. Why not make a flamethrower weapon? Oh, I like that. It looks cool, and it would make players feel satisfied to constantly aim and hit their targets. Yeah, flamethrower should be a new close range. I think it would be a great idea for close range. There's only 2 close range weapons at the moment. Doesn't give you a lot of options, and one of them has a maximum of 8 energy. So. Dan. But I do hope Nade 16 will come as soon as the 12s. Will come soon as the 12s are very underpowered. I mean, yeah, I don't think the 16s will be much better. But I suppose they could be, because like the 16s are better for like hanging back. Like, I mean, like the 32 energy mechs are typically better for like being that type of support situation. I've already collected some suggestions on Flamethrower and forwarded it. When there's any news, we'll let you know. Ooh, need shotgun 16. That would be... Sentry! Why would you do this to me? Dan, I need a carry. I am using very bad things. Bad decisions. Damn it. Is it worth getting a second copy of Long Arm 10 if the only other sniper I have is EM6? Long Arm 10 won't really get you anywhere. By the time it's rank 6, your sniper will probably have more than 20 energy, and Long Arm 10 just isn't sustainable long term, I don't think. But of course, I am not the leading authority on things like that. Heyo! How about it, brother? Huh. I don't particularly enjoy that. Fair enough. Flamethrower better inflict thermal. Or like DOT, that'd be funny. We need DOT weapon. That's what I want. Also, nade launchers. OP. Oh, thank you. It's very generous. Not who you think. You should have known better. Nades. You will fear the nades. If you don't, I'll make you fear them. Owie. Oh, I got him, though. I got him. EM's garbage. What'd you say about Red's concepts? You guys noting them? I hope so. Red's got some great ideas. I like it. Get him, boys. I'll distract Sentry. And by distract, I mean die. Bye, Sentry. Where concept videos become reality? I hope. That'd be amazing. He deserves it. He does some great work. Sentry, you get the honor of death by miniguns. I hope you are satisfied with your choices. No. Damn it. You didn't let me kill him with miniguns. Let me guess, Dan got all the kills. Yeah, he did. How about that? I got 2 kills with nade launchers. I'm happy. Just saying that they're aware of the concepts. I mean, fair enough. Still though. So, like, what are the chances that you would hire Red as a concept artist? I'm just saying. He would do a great job. Sentry. I will invite Sentry to see what he thinks. I did tell you to get him, Dan. We wouldn't have won if I didn't have you on the team. I'm proud of you. Zero, my concepts are not OP enough. Nice try. It was worth a shot. Is there a roadmap to help out? Try to rebuild a competitive scene in Mech Arena. It's a very long period of people not being able to catch up. It was bloodbath. Devblog didn't talk about competitive. Let's do a nade launcher fest. Yes, let's. Oh yeah. Oh, come on. I didn't get both of them? How? You understand what I'm saying? Like there's no smart curve to this. It'll just like throw itself into the abyss. If the enemy's close enough, the curvature is just bad. And I would really like for that to be addressed. That would make nade launcher way better. I forget what the maximum range on nade launcher is with the implant, of course. Like with a max implant. I don't have a max implant. But I'm just curious. Pew 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 pew. Damn it. Yeah, get out of here. Hey, no, don't do that, don't do that. Ah! Good job, Dan. Dang. I want to live with this build. I just want to survive the whole match. That's all I want for Christmas. Did I screw myself? I screwed myself. Okay. Yeet. Ah, I pressed the wrong button. I meant to press the thumbs up, not to issue a 30-second reload time. Even from Mesa Verde, you can hit the center beacon from cover. Oh, yeah, I know. Easier with, like, mortars, but nade's definitely, like, it has a value because it has its own mechanics, right? Any mech or weapon that has its own mechanics, it has its own unique value. Which means that Puma and Slingshot are garbage and I will never buy them. Because they don't have unique mechanics and there's absolutely no amount of skill that will make those better at max. Like, you could max Puma and you could max Panther. There's no amount of skill that would make Puma better than Panther. And that is sad to me. But, you know, not everybody cares about that. And that's fine. Spoiler, I'm currently working on 2 concepts at the moment. And one of them is a beam weapon that will work similar to an Inferno Tower. Ooh, fancy stuff. I'm sure you know more spoilers. Try nade launchers with Lancer the Chad curve for life. You got it. You got it. I tried that before, actually, when my Wi-Fi was out. I tried it, but obviously, like, I was working from, like, my mobile hotspot, so it didn't work out very well. The stream, anyway. And my game was very laggy. But I haven't really tried it since then. Hey, no. You're not supposed to do that. You're mean. Okay, fine. I should probably use a sniper for this map. Don't really want to, though. Snipers are kind of boring. Wah, 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 wah. Ooh, yeah. Try me, fool. From downtown. Man got beamed. No, Dan, don't go. Don't do it. It's not safe over there. Owie! You're mean. You're a mean person. Oh, God. I almost got him. Probably beams. Beams are very beam-like. They tend to be anyway. I'm doing it. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Hi, Red. How you doing? You go that way, I'll go this way. Oh, never mind. That won't work out. Oh, I'd love to cover you, but, like... Oh, yeah. Good job. Well, hello there, Mr. Surge. I have beams. What do you have? Oh, okay. He's got better beams. Is it the real Mech Arena? It is. Oh, damn. Here we go. Have at thee. Oh, stasis plus turn nerf is bad. Okay. I got the one, though. Turned out stupid pulse cannons are OP. Get him, boys. Try to reconsider how Gatecrasher ability works. I think once you get used to it, Gatecrasher is like my favorite mech in the game, honestly. Or one of them. It's hard to get used to, like, where to place the thing, but, like, you can beam people through walls, and it's, like, the most satisfying thing ever. Beam, it's too slow, and the wall effect is gimmick at best. Honestly, I think Gatecrasher is more useful than Guardian in a lot of situations. Like, it's faster, it's got more HP, it's a lot better as, like, a sniper. You can catch people off guard with that, man. Now I have 120 combat points. Whoa. Crazy stuff. Diary Dan. And red. That was... Oh, no, that was Spaghetti who said that. Not Brillo. My bad. The moment revision of how Gatecrasher Iron Pod works is not among the plans, but it is noted. Well, that's nice. Red, I'm going to invite Spaghetti for this one. It's fast enough to do the 40,000 damage from time to time. I mean, yeah, you're not going to do a lot of damage with the, like, the actual beam portion of it. That part isn't super useful, but, like, the burst damage that you get from when the beam first comes out, then that's really nice. I feel like a nice, like, middle ground would be, like, making the beam apply stasis, right? So it's harder to get out of the beam, so you take more, like... Because otherwise it's like, you know, you take the initial damage, and then after that, you could just walk through the beam. You'll take basically no damage, right? Because it's pretty thin. You could, like, extend the radius of the beam. But, like, ultimately, it's pretty thin. You won't take much damage if you just walk through it. If you miss the initial blast. The initial blast is everything. If you don't get that, you're not dealing any damage. But, like, if you had stasis effect on it, then you could use it, like, as a tactical, like, thing to slow down enemies from coming through a particular direction. Or, you know, you could just keep them from getting out of the beam very quickly. Like, it would be a bit harder for them to avoid the beam. My nade launchers are not going to be useful in this situation, are they? Ah, dang it. Pew 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 pew. But I think that would be cool. Pew 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 pew. Yeah. I wonder if I can... I don't think I can. I can get it over, but I don't think I can get it over enough. Got him with the thing. There we go. Any plans to try streaming on Twitch? I actually streamed on Twitch the day before yesterday. I used to a lot, and I stopped because it was not as convenient for me anymore. I couldn't stream as often. Because I used to stream almost every single day. It was like 5 times a week. But then, like, massive schedule change. I have a lot less free time. And so now I stream, like, once a week, and it's typically on the weekend. So, like, if I'm going to do it, then, like, I may as well do it on YouTube, right? But lately I've been trying, like, streams, like, later in the day as opposed to earlier in the day. And I can do those on Twitch. What I was actually doing for that was... I was just, like, anyone who's in my Discord who wanted to, like, join the Discord call, they could join. Like, they could join in. Because, like, it was... It's Twitch. They don't care about language quite so much. So, like, if somebody says something, somebody is, like, got foul language. I don't want that to happen on YouTube, but Twitch doesn't care. So that was an interesting... It was pretty fun, honestly. Would Redox and Brickhouse receive a substantial buff like Surge? I would hope so. It was a great stream. It was fun. It was only like 4 people that joined in, but like Sentry joined in the call. It was the first time hearing his voice. It was fun. And then I got to talk to you, Dan. I got to talk to Biggs and Jayco and Master Games. Ooh. Ugh. I know ideally I'd probably want to start with a fast mech, but I think the fact that everyone's going to be going Sniper Town high, I might just try to start with Sniper Town. Really? Ah! Suck it. That's how you gatecrasher. Oh god, that's not how you gatecrasher. Cool idea would be a mech that drops a stasis field, basically a circle on the ground that applies stasis to everyone walking on it. That'd be interesting. I mean, like, Redox is kind of like that. It just does small amounts of damage also. Is he still in a... Oh, hold on. Run, 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 run. Jump. Okay, gotta get to the beacon quickly. Oh, damn it. Didn't jump fast enough. He is dead, though, so that's nice. Wait, I missed a stream where Sentry spoke? Yes, you did. It was on Twitch. Oh, this will be good. I need to get out of here. Excuse me. Did you ask for nade launcher by chance? He didn't. Interesting. Must have got the wrong address. Whoa, who are you? Seriously? Seriously? I rest my case, Mech Arena official. Nades are no good. I feel like... Why exactly do you exist the way that you do? I'm confused. Hello. How are you? Oh, damn. I noticed that he was a guardian, and that was immediately like, oh, it's probably not a good idea to be here. They want to kill me because they think I'm an easy kill. I mean, I probably am, but it's just everybody else is killing as soon as they expose themselves. Ah, alright. Well, I'll just take the beacon. No worries, bro. Where's the last guy? Are they both over there? I'm gonna have to assume that they're both over there. Oh no, he's right here. Hello. How are you this fine evening? He is dead. Hello. Oh, God. I tried to backtrack, but I did it too late. Redux doesn't apply a field. Oh, I see what you're saying. So something that just, like, sticks around. It's kind of like Redux, though. It just sticks around more. Oh, I just realized I never used Nade Launcher on my Lancer. My bad. It's Lancin time. I think. Surge with minigun sounds like a ball. And I'll take you out, replace you for Lancer. Place these with Nade Launcher 8. I do not have those at a good level. Well, I don't have Impulse at a good level either, but oh well. Equip case onto you. And we're golden. No, this is probably better. Diarrhea Dan. Vulcan, I don't know if you want to join. How those, Red. Buggetti if somebody doesn't join. Synids are good, but you haven't seen the situations where they could be useful. I know that they have uses. Okay? Because they have their own unique mechanics. So clearly there are situations where they are the best weapon, like, available, right? Those situations do exist, but what I'm saying is that those situations are not often enough to where it would really justify you using them. Unless you play in a squad. Like, if you're playing in a squad, then sure, you know, you can use more support weapons, you can get away with that. But, like, playing solo, nah. I'm talking more about solo. Because, like, a lot of solo players don't even run Rocket Mortar, right? But, like, as soon as you go into a squad, then Rocket Mortar's on the table because you actually have competent teammates to make those mortars usable or worthwhile. Overheat is 50% more damage? Yeah. I already asked them if they're planning to nerf EM rifle, and they said no. They might change it, but they're not necessarily going to nerf it. Which is slightly unfortunate, because I feel like it definitely needs a nerf, but oh well. You missed the invite. Oh, fair enough. Pew, 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 pew. Ah, I jumped too early. Very good job. They shouldn't nerf EM rifle. The rifle has its pros and cons. It doesn't, really. Come on. If the most meta hanger has multiple of a single weapon, then you know that that single weapon probably operates higher in the meta than it should. Like, that's not balance. Just because it's possible to die with while using EM rifles doesn't mean that it's not. Doesn't mean that it's balanced. Come on. Competent teammates has no added value against bots, yeah. Chad curve, yeah. Needs force the opponent team to rethink their commonly used strategies. Yeah. No, like, it's the fact that it goes above cover as opposed to around like a disc launcher, not to mention it can go above at a longer distance. It has its unique uses, but like, I can't in good conscience recommend somebody use nade launchers unless they strictly play in a squad and they like to play the support. Vulcan, I'll invite you this time. Vulcan, invite you again. Not sure if you missed it. Problem with nades is that the damage is just trash. No, I know. And for that reason, I can't really say that they're good for like people to use. I don't want to compare it to Stasis Beam because it's probably better than Stasis Beam, but like, you know, it's a good weapon to use in a team because like it benefits your team. And like there's some good like team synergies that you could do with it, but like on your own, it's not a sustainable weapon on your own. Oh, this is a good map for this actually. Might be good. My audio is just like, sometimes it just does this weird thing where it's like scraping. I don't know what the heck's doing. I don't know what the heck's happening. Do. No! Can I get up on that? I don't think I can. Right? No, I won't let me up on that. I should just get up on this one. Do. I'll just sit back here. I'm too far away now. Beautiful. It's fun talking to you guys. Take care. Take care, Mech Arena official. Thank you for being here, participating in the conversation. Ooh. Hope your day goes better than my match just did. What 8 energy weapons aside from shotguns do you consider decent to use on a light mech? Arc Torrent 10 and 6. I know that you asked for 8 energy weapon. I mean, EM Rifle 8, obviously, because if you use 2 EM Rifle 8s, it is, you know, the equivalent of a single 16. And that'll one-shot, like, most things still. Missile rack isn't the best. Missile rack's definitely not great. Shotgun. I mean, like, I suppose potentially javelin rack. Because, like, a lot of... Maybe nade launcher? I'm actually not sure which would be better between nade launcher and javelin rack. I have to do a comparison, but that'll probably wait until after the grade update. But anyway, yeah, anything that kind of like reduces the exposure time, because light mechs are just like classically weak. They don't deal a whole lot of damage. So like you don't want to be in like a face-to-face brawl with someone unless you have really good damage output, which shotguns can give you. And then like on a Tengu or something like that, you know, where you also have the additional damage from that, then shotguns are really good. But like apart from shotguns or, you know, even Arc Torrent that just has like really, really high damage output, you don't really want to be in a face-to-face with somebody. So you kind of just want to keep your distance, in my opinion. More variety in the effects of weapons. Variety makes the game more long-lasting. I agree. It's the same reason I can't fault them for making pilots. Like, I know a lot of people think that pilots were dumb and a bad idea, but, like, you know, it's natural game progression. If they didn't add pilots, the game would be a lot more... It would be so boring, you know? I'm excited about the rebalance. Me too. What about minigun 8s on your Shadow? Sorry. This nade launcher 8 on Lancer is the Chad curve. And I'm a little bit scared to do 2 light mechs at the same time. I might, though. Actually, I haven't even used the miniguns on Surge. Next match, I will do miniguns and Surge, and then if that ends up being too easy, then I'll probably do miniguns on Shadow. I've done it before, and it actually wasn't that bad, weirdly enough. Or at least not as bad as I expected it to be. Because obviously there's like a, you know, there's an expectancy there. No! You get off, Caladosia. Yay! I contributed. Do. Damn, I need the radius implant. I have an epic one, but I need a legendary one. Then I'll just, like, max it out, probably. Ah, no. Sorry. Wrong thing. Ah, come on. Alright, then. Tengu's ambush mech. Yeah, you definitely want, like, high damage weapons on that. Welcome back, Getting. Lancer's really good with weapons that can hit things out of line of sight. Yeah. No, I agree. Like, nade launcher, javelin rack. Not sure which one would technically be better. Depends on the way you like to play, I suppose. Seems like shield bug is fixed. It is, yes. Is it fixed or is it cloaked? You mean the shield bug? No, the shield bug seems to be addressed. I haven't had an issue with it as of yet. I picked up nade 8s for 99 cents just to get the 300 A coins. Oh my god, they stink. That's funny. I mean, at least it was cheap, though, right? Significant number of people who probably spent way more than that. Alright, boys. It's minigun time. Oh, come on. Now you're gonna make me rev my barrels up all over again. You little turd. Did you get somebody with nades? Kill it as you got somebody with nades. I love it. I don't know who you are, but you need to go. I think now I can fire forever. No! Damn it! You ruined my dreams! Infinite ammo! Oh god! Never mind. I have nade 10 now. Ugh. I'm sorry for your loss. Eric, hello. Are you forgetting disc launcher lancer equals pretty good? I mean, so does EM rifle, but it's the weapon, not the mech, that makes that pretty good. But I was forgetting disc launcher 8, actually, yeah. Disc launcher 8 on Shadow, Lancer. I'm trying to think. Like, MD. Honestly, not terrible. I did forget about disc launcher 8, and I don't know why. Let me try. I did it. It is done. Let me do this now. Eh. 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 Beautiful. The fact that the game still thinks my hanger is 6,000 power compatible. Yeah, sure. Just came to say hi. Gotta go. Alright. Take care. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have fun, whatever you're doing. You should use Slingshot and Puma. I should not. It's gonna cost more to upgrade those to a usable level than, like, I would be willing to spend on something that I don't ever plan on using. Like, I make some bad decisions, but come on. I'm gonna let you deal with that. Are you kidding me? Now this other surge is gonna come in. Mm-hmm. Time to reload for 6 years. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I can do it. I feel like there's a way of getting up here from there, but I don't know how. I stole it. Sail covers its head as well, so no. Is there any info on Sail Mech already? As in how the ability will work. Oh, no. The only info was in the dev log that they mentioned it in. Well, I was not on the very bottom, at least. Sounds promising, though. You know, I always like a good tank. Hopefully it's pretty good. It didn't really look like a tank, though. Like, it looked like it shouldn't necessarily have, like, super tank HP. I want it to have super tank HP, like, more than Bastion. But I somehow get the feeling that it won't, just based off of, like, the fact that it's so thin looking. Who is Diarrhea Dan? Diarrhea Dan is everywhere. And, don't necessarily think too hard about that. Gonna take a break to eat. Alright. No worries, Dan. That shadow with Mikonates is awesome. You could probably shoot at sales feed easily. Yeah, I don't know. It just said, like, an overhead shield. I don't think it said anything about... I don't think it showed what, like, the shape of the shield was. So, like, it could be a lot of different things, honestly. Who knows? With that minimal aim assist option. I'm never doing that, yeah, but you could, theoretically. Alright, I'm going to take a break. It is 6 o'clock, so I've been going for... how long? 3 hours? Yes. Is Ares plus a roof? That'd be funny. It was literally just like a better version of Ares. Just has like a roof on its head. But anyway, I will return shortly, probably within like 5 minutes or so. So yes. Ares is massively tall. You kill it from behind most cover. It's true. But Ares also has like very high mounted weapons, which means that like if you equip Disc Launcher specifically, which has like a small vertical arc, you can actually shoot it over quite a few things. It's the same thing with Bastion, where like the weapons, it is fairly tall, but like the weapons are like mounted so high that it can utilize that if you want. Pros and cons to each one. You know, obviously some are just generally better, obviously, because the situations that they're useful in are less, you know, niched. And that's just what makes something meta, obviously. But at least each of them do have their own strengths and weaknesses. Where's Dan? Did he leave? Oh, that's right. He took a break to eat. Duh. Provided the bots don't destroy your ship. Alright, Vulcan. It's just me and you, I guess. I think it's the same height as the Surge, considering everything between the shoulder blades and as part of the hitbox. Interesting. It might be. Might be right. I haven't really compared it much. And I don't use Disc Launcher on Surge, so I wouldn't know. But I do know that, like, Ares specifically... Or actually, no, I think I did. Like, I literally did, like, a test. Like, it was one of my videos that I made a while back. Was I literally just, like, tested the... like... the weapon height. Like, the weapon mount height. Compared to, like, where their hitbox is, right? And Ares was one of those ones where, like, you can fire above an obstacle. Like, if you're using, like, a beam, for example, where it's just, like, firing straight, right? And then the other person's also using a beam, where it's just firing straight. So long as you're not, like, using some weird aim assist to, like, tag somebody's shoulder, like, top of their head or something, you know, within reasonable standards, essentially is what I'm saying. I think Ares was one of the few that could shoot over cover without taking damage back. So, like, its hitbox, its center point for its hitbox is just slightly lower than its weapon mount. There's a few other ones. I don't remember which ones they were. Surge might have been one, too. But I don't remember. That was a while ago when I did that, so I don't really remember the results. Eh. Oh, hey. 30 battle points. I'll use those battle points. I will open one crate. Ah, nothing. Yeah, 6. Do I want any of this? Oh, I already have all of these implants. And if I'm being honest, this probably won't get me anything good. I'd probably rather have the fortune keys. Alright, I'll just make sure that I don't get too much. I'll just not open boxes as often, I guess. If I'm not trying, it's not like I'll accidentally get it. I know that much. Mechs with faces and gravitons look like they have little grabby claws. They do. Actually, recently, I think what happened, I'm fairly certain this is recent. Either that or I just now noticed it. When you, at least in the hangar, when you equip graviton beams, you know how they always like, oh, hey look, we're against people. It's slightly less optimal since I have really bad things, but it's alright, I'll do my best. But anyway, you know how usually they like grab and sync, but like they'll grab out of sync and they'll like move out of sync depending on when you equip one. But I think that's only for the hangar. I think when you actually start a match, they do in sync again. It's not an important piece of information, but it's kind of funny, so I wanted to say it. Hi. Feel free to not. Ow. Okay, then. I know the hitboxes are weird. Like, Onyx, the weapon mount, isn't part of the hitbox, but if you shoot right off of it, non-visible part, it does hit him. That's weird. Yeah. Oh, Vulcan, you're over here. That kind of leaves that other side exposed. Or vulnerable, I should say. I don't really want to run across. That's probably not a good idea. Out of here. Hello there. Beamed from downtown. Alright. God damn it. I missed. I'm bad at things. Hey. Cut that out, you know. Oh, creeper. Oh, thank you. You know, I'm not sure why I did that. I knew it would happen. I did it anyway. Come on. One of my bots should be able to take care of them, but I really don't trust them to, if I'm honest. Ah. There we are. Ooh. Did I get him? No. Somebody else got him. But I did a lot of damage to him at least. Graviton beam. Well, actually, this guy's got EM rifles. That's good for me. Never mind, it's not. I lied. Because it was a guardian. Do you take me for a fool? You probably should. Ow. Ow. Yeah. No, you definitely should. There's a bot coming this way. Get out of here. Oh, God. This won't end well. Should I... I'm scared now. All I've got is nade launchers. And they have not nade launchers. Blech. No, damn it. I'm sorry. Welcome back, Dan. I should really equip things that are not garbage. You can do it, Lancer. No, I can't. This is what I hate about this game. You can't play things for fun. Like, if you use a full hanger of non-meta stuff, you're not gonna get anywhere. I mean, granted, some of my stuff is low level, like this. And this. And, like, those are epic pilots, but still. Ooh, I can upgrade Onyx. Do I want to, though? Nah. Can't get him to 6 stars, no real reason. Part of me wants to just, like, spam upgrade Bastion as much as possible, but I know I won't be able to max him out, so also no real reason to. Hold on. I'm gonna have to do different things, I think. I could do Missile Rack on a Tengu. That could be interesting. And still not meta, but, you know, at least better. Okay. That skin's a little... There we go, this one's good. And you kind of suck, I don't like that. I should probably use Surge, but I'll just use miniguns on Surge. So it's more fun, but at least somewhat usable, potentially. Yeah. Dan and Vulcan. I don't know if Bossy's here. Sad face. You have the sadscape emoji. It fits the situation perfectly. Mech Arena official believes in you, little Lancer with nades. Yeah, well, Mech Arena official also believes nades are perfectly balanced. Surge with stasis beams. I've done it before. Bots. Garbage. Stop. Not even sure why I bothered participating. I see how it is. Yeah, no, you go do that by yourself. Owie. Oops. Oh, this won't end well, will it? Oh, actually, it will. Never mind, I lied. Nyahaha. I am dead. Okay, well. Killed the one guy, though. Oh. Okay. Ooh, Pablo. Dan. Mm-hmm. There we go. They got you. I believe it. They're mean. Ah! Oh! Damn it. I failed. Mm-hmm. Hope we get players this time. Now that I don't have need launcher lancer, I might stand a chance. Dan, where are you? There's spaghetti. And there's red. No spaghetti. Tired. Minigun is one of the most visually satisfying to look at and hear out of weapon list right now. Oh, I agree. Graviton beams too, actually, because of the spinny thing. It's pretty damn nice. Minigun. I got you, Dan. Infinite ammo. Oh, I'm sorry. Not trying to get in your way. It'd be a long match of peekaboo. And Pulse Cannon 8 too. I'll be honest, I don't really like the sound of Pulse Cannon 8. Not a ton anyway. Need 6. It's not very useful. Keep 14 on me, but... Actually, when is this reset? 6 days. That's no good. Alright then. Alright, cool. This might be like my last 30 minutes. Go till 7, my time. I see. Minigun is OP. It's not what I wish it was. Sorry. Not trying to be a nuisance, I swear. Hey, cut that out. No, both of them are reloading. Really? That bot had to live for that long. Infinite ammo. Beautiful. Nobody, hello. Three kills. I got a lot of assists. Interesting. Got 10. Ooh, Mr. X 16 though. That's tempting. Oh damn it, I opened one more than I wanted to. Oops, whatever. I'll get it back. Got quite a few acorns. I could probably... Actually, I know that I can duplicate my Railgun 12 if I wanted to. But I don't think I could duplicate most other things that I have. Like Javelin 12 or 16 or Minigun 16. And I want to duplicate my Minigun 16. Because I'm about to max Asmodeus too. In like a day or so. So I don't know. Actually, let me see. I forget. 1 day, 6 hours. What are the objectives? Acquire blueprints, open event crate, acquire skin, upgrade the rank of something, upgrade something, win a battle. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So if I did spam upgrade something, it shouldn't give me that many points. So I don't really think I'll have to worry about it. Because I definitely would rather have the 2014 keys than an implant that I didn't just end up scrapping. It's just a couple implant parts. I can get those easy enough. Dan, Pablo, Red. Where's Vulcan? Did I pass him up? I did not. Gonna assume. I'm gonna assume he's done. Who else do I want to invite? Brillo. Ah, spaghetti. Okay. Next match. Well, or if Brillo doesn't join. Why did you upgrade EM rifles? Oh, the 16? Well, I upgraded it when it was new. And the 16 was the first one that I got, apart from the 6. And that was before I realized that it was no fun to use. So I tried it for a little while, and I was like, oh, I don't like this. And so I never bothered using it after that. Last one for you, Dan. Ah, okay. No worries. I'll be going for like 20, 30 more minutes anyway, and then stopping myself. Oh. Just wait for them to come down from there, I think. Hit us. Well, y'all can take the beacon. I'm going to leave and reload for the next 6 years. I meant good job. My bad. Owie. I'm about to die. Yeet. Yep, never mind. There we go. Why do I find EM rifle not fun to use? Because it's lame. I mean, you use it and it basically just hands you like 20 kills for minimal effort. I like to challenge myself. That's why I'm using minigun instead of arc torrent on my surge. That's why I'm using graviton beam or railgun instead of EM rifle or missile rack instead of shotgun, because it's more challenging. It's more interesting to me. I'm not like not knocking down anybody who enjoys those things, but I personally don't enjoy those things. Your head out. Alright, Sinian. Take care. You're gonna try Farlight 84. I don't even know what that is. I hope they have a feature where you can spectate a player. That would be interesting, yeah. Alright. Pablo Red. Spaghetti. Sid. And Caladosia is back on. Watching from my bed. Hey, that's how you do things. That's where I watch most YouTube videos, I'll be honest. It's like if you're, like, if I'm sitting in my chair, like, right here, it's like, yeah, 2 point gets a little bit uncomfortable. Thanks for streaming matches. Take care, Dan. Thanks for being here. GG's. No. I wish I were good at things. Oh, that's not good. I like the carbines on the Panther. Wait, no, that's not a Panther. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I thought that was a Panther. That's an Orion. Obviously. Yeah. Oh. Okay, well, it's done. So I want to make a flamethrower which requires constant aim and it looks good visually. Yeah. Would be cool. I think flamethrower is like just like a classic weapon concept, and I'm kind of surprised they haven't made one yet. You know what I'm saying? Definitely would be cool. One crate. There we go. Ooh, maybe this will be my last one, because this will be the last of my battle points. Stat. Pablo. Red. Spaghetti. And Brillo. Flinter would be dope. I agree. Would be very dope. Come on. More bots. Whoa. That's a mortar kill shot. I don't know if you're allowed to do that around here. Gotcha, bros. Ow. Ow. Found some mines. Oh, that's awkward. Really? Really? You had to do me like that, huh? You just had to? Couldn't help yourself? I see how it is. Ah! I messed that up. Yay. Wouldn't a flamethrower just be an arc torrent combined with a thermal lance? No. I mean, like, kind of. It would be a close range weapon, obviously, and it would probably have, like, an overheat perk of some kind. But, like, the projectile speed would be really low, right? So, like, tracking somebody at the end of the stream, it would, like, you know, like, if you turn your aim, the tip of the stream is, like, going to, like, slowly follow, not necessarily. Just like the mechanics of a flamethrower, you know? It's like a wave, so it'd be a little bit harder to, like, keep it tracked onto, like, a fast enemy or something like that. Give it a different effect. It doesn't have to be that way. Or slightly different from those weapons. So I was thinking about a blast that bounces like the Hunter's Mark, gradually decreases in damage per skip. Can also bounce off walls for like 3 seconds. Can increase time and skip distance within plants. Interesting. Dragon. Hello. I don't think I've seen you here. I don't know if you've been lurking the whole time, but yeah, I'm probably going to stop right about now. Because I just ran out of battle points again. And I'm not going to get any more from this, so... 2 hours, yeah. I've been going for almost 4 hours now. So that's, yep. That'll be fine. Anyway, thank you to everybody who stopped by. Unfortunately, I couldn't get Discord working for channel members. I don't know why it's not opening right now. I'll figure it out. But yeah. Escape stopped by. Mech Arena Official stopped by. Appreciate them. Appreciate Red and Sentry. Red's a moderator and a channel member, actually. And Sentry is a moderator. So appreciate both of them. Both of them are actually really close to 1,000 subscribers, so I'd appreciate if you check out their channels too. That'd be pretty dope. But anyway, take care, everybody.